Hi everybody, Patty Ann here with another video I think you're really going to like. Hang on just a sec. In today's video, what I'm going to show you how to do is how to get patterns into Cricut Design Space. And you may be wondering, what the heck am I going to do with patterns? Well, I'll show you what you can do with patterns. So, join me first of all to a free site. It's called pixabay.com. And you can see, I'll move this down a little bit so you can see it. Here it's pixabay.com. It's an odd name. But anyway, this is the name of the free company or free website that you can use all of these images for anything you want. So what I decided to do was I just typed in the word dog into the search function, and I started scrolling down and seeing all these really cool things that I could use as patterns on the site. Look at all these things, right? Really cute. Oh, look at that one. That's cute. That'd be really cute. Let's see. Oh, that's cute too with all the colors. But anyway, these are ones that I could use as patterns in the back of some of my stuff. So I'll just choose one to start with, and I'm going to choose this one because it's totally different compared to the one I had just done. So once I open it up, it looks like this, and I can just come over here to the right hand side and it says free download. It's going to automatically come checked up to the one that is free. Notice it's a PNG file, and that's the kind of image files that we love to have. So I'm going to say download, and it's going to ask me if I'm registered or not, and I am registered, but I don't think that you have to be. And I need to tell it I'm not a robot. And then I can just click on download. And I'm going to save this file. And I'm saving these files in my download folder, in a folder within there called Cricut Ideas. And so I'm just going to save it in here. It already makes up a name, but it says all this strange stuff. I think I'll say like blue, purple, whatever color that, whoopsie. Blue, purple, no, maybe dog, blue, purple. I'm not sure what color that was. And I'll just say save. Okay, so now that is saved, and I'm going to go to Cricut Design Space. And in Cricut Design Space, I'm going to go to Upload. And usually we go to upload an image, but this time I'm going to go to upload a pattern fill. And here it shows us the kind of images that we can upload, and PNG is one of them. So I'm going to upload a pattern. I'm going to browse to find it. And we know where it is. I put it in my downloads folder and in the Cricut Ideas folder. So here it is, dog blue purple. I should have said pause maybe. Anyway, here it is, and it's named. I'm going to come down here and find some things that might go with it. So animals and wildlife, I think that was the best that I found. And then down here I think I'll choose blue and purple as colors if I'm trying to find it like that. And I'm going to save it. And so it's been saved, and now, at least I believe it has been. I wasn't watching, so I don't know if a box came up. There we go. Okay, now we know it's been saved. So let's see. I'm going to start a new project. And oh, by the way, did you notice it didn't show up down here? Because it's not one of my recently uploaded images. This is the images. It's in my pattern fill area. So let's go again to make a new project. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to come over to my projects. And I'm going to open up that one that I had given all of y'all. And it was this one right here. You see how it says share? That's because I've shared it with everyone. When I click on it to open it, I need to scroll down here and say customize. These are the images that are in it, and I'm going to customize it. So it's going to come in. And if you'll recall, I had told you when you get this image, this is for making stickers or little cardstock things that you can put in. I don't know. You could use them as a bookmark, but you could put them in scrapbooks, things like that, or stickers, or calendars, planners. Anyway, so remember though, the first thing I said is this stuff's all grouped together. So we need to come over here and ungroup, but guess what? That's not available. So the other option we have is we're going to unflatten it. So let me adjust for this, unflatten. And once it's unflattened, look at this stuff over here that I can see now. So I'm going to come up here and get rid of this tree because I don't want it on here. And this letter M. Let me move this down a little bit. Okay, now where'd the letter M go? Here it is. I'm going to change it to a different color so I can see it. There it is, the letter M. And I really want to delete it, but I can't seem to. I just have to drag it over here, and now I can delete it. All right, so now we're here. And what I can do is I can come over to the right-hand side where this box is. And if I double click on that, this little window comes shooting out. Now, if I'm working on my laptop, I know it doesn't work on my phone, and I do not think it works on an iPad either. You have to be working on a computer. This little flyout window comes and and patterns becomes available. So I'm going to click on patterns, and the very top one is going to be the one that I just did. There it is. So when I click on that, that's going to change all of these things over here to that pattern. Okay, that's really cool. I like that a lot. If I didn't like how these were arranged, I could come down here to where it says Edit, click on Edit, and that brings up this box that allows me to change the sizing of the little paw prints or whatever it is in my design. Ooh, they turned really small there. I wonder if you can even tell what they are. So you can just play with this. And since I can't see it really well, suppose I just click off of this and I can see how it looks. And what if I decide, oh, I don't like that at all? I can still go back here and edit it. Or imagine that I click off of this and I start doing something else. And I decide, I don't like the way those are. I want them to be larger. I can still come over here to the Layers panel and double click on it. Out this thing shoots, and I can edit it still. Okay, but I really do like them smaller. But maybe not that small. Okay, and if this was an image that would it'd make a difference, I could flip the image or rotate it, something like that. Just click off and I'm ready to go. All right, so my stickers are ready. I could just go over here, I believe, and make it. And this is what they're going to look like when I print them out. And I can print them out on cardstock. I could print them out on just regular printable vinyl. Or I could print them out on the heat transfer printable vinyl that I had shown you in a video. The transfer vinyl that I got at Joann's. Anyway, I'm not going to finish yet. I'm going to go back to cancel because I want to show you one other thing that you can do. Now, I don't know if you recall, but I got all of these images that I used for you in this project from a specific, cartridge. So I'm going to go to Images over here on the left. Once images come, I'm going to come up here to the top to where it says cartridges. And I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to search for the cartridge. And this one happens to be Cricut something or other. Cricut, I can't remember. Cricut something. So if I just click the search button, I'll find the Cricut ones and I'll be able to see it really quickly. Okay, it was Cricut Craft Room Basics. And I'm going to come over to the right and view all 27 of these images. Now these are images that are free to you at all times. Whether you have access or not, you're always able to use these for free. So I'm going to click on the ones that I know I used in that piece. I use this one, and notice every time I click on one, it ends up down here in this little, I don't know what you call it, gutter. These are ones I'm going to insert. Insert that one. I think I might have used this, but I'm not sure, so I'm going to get it just in case. I know I used the heart and this and maybe the circle and the tree, and I think I used the butterfly. So I'm going to insert all of these. And they're going to come in real big on top of each other. Okay. So the first one I'm going to use, I'm going to move some of these over here out of the way. I think I'll use the heart first. So what I can do with the heart now, here's a heart. Let's say I don't want to cut out or print and cut out one solid heart with just this blue. Let me make it, well, make this smaller first. Let me make it a little bit bigger for you to see. Maybe I don't want it to just look like this. Maybe I want there just to be an outside border of this and white in the center. So I can make this heart smaller and then bring it over like this. But I don't think I want it that small. And I'll just have to kind of play this by ear. Okay, here's the thing though. If I change this to white, and where is this heart? There it is. I can change it to white if I want to. And then I can write some text on it. And actually I think it looks pretty good with this one. But sometimes if what I've done for the pattern is too white, and I'll show you an example of that in just a second. What I can do is I can simply do this. Come over here. You notice that there's a black backing or background that's hidden. Let me move this over here. If I unhide it, you can see where it is now. Okay, there's two things here. If I ungroup them by first I selected all of this, and if I come up to ungroup, I can separate them like that, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the white heart just a tiny little bit smaller, and I'm going to put it in front of the black one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select both, and I'm going to come up here to where it says align. I'm going to click on align, and I'm going to say center. Okay, did you see how nicely that centered that? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, select both again, and group them again. And now I can bring them back over here. But this isn't all I'm going to do. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write my dog's name on here. And actually, I don't want one dog to feel left out. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to duplicate this one so I don't have to go through that again. I'm going to put one over here. As best I can, eyeball it. And I'm going to put one over here. Now obviously if I wanted to put one here, I would have to twirl this around like this to get it there. So if you ever twirl something and you're not sure and you want it back to where it was to begin with, the rotate, because that's what I did, I was rotating it. I can change that back to a 0 and hit enter, and it's going to go right back to where it started. So I can move that in the center. Okay, so now I'm going to put the name of one of my dogs in here. And I'm going to do that by coming to the text tool. And one dog is named Daisy. Okay, you'll notice it comes in really big. I'm going to bring it up here and make it smaller so it'll fit. And notice when I'm doing this, it does change. Well, you can't see, but it changes the font size here. Right now it's 29.5. If I make it big, look what it is now, 63. So this not only changes it here, it's actually changing the font size. And so I'm going to put Daisy right there. Now I'm going to click her name and click this, and I'm going to group those so I don't keep messing around and doing them one at, without the other. Okay, so there's Daisy. Now in the other one, I could put Abby. Oh, I forgot to tell you. What I'm going to do first, though, before I forget, is I'm going to highlight this and the name or the text, and it'll grab the whole box. And I'm going to come up, down to the bottom, and flatten. Because I'm going to show you something. If I don't flatten this, and I'm going to move this guy over here because I didn't flatten him yet. Come on, get over there. Okay. If I don't flatten this, watch what's going to happen when I say make it. Okay, okay, here are all of my nicely patterned pieces. On the white, it's going to cut out those two hearts. And on the black, it's going to cut out the black parts of the hearts and cut out the Daisy name. And then that's the other stuff that I was using. So that's not at all what I want. So I need to remember, if yours comes up like this, you'll be like, what the heck did I do or not do? So you need to remember, you're going to select all of this and you're going to flatten it. And now watch when I flatten. Now the white heart, this one over here will be by itself because I didn't have it selected. But this part right here will be perfect. So watch. Well, son of a gun. All right, well, you can still see how it's going to work. And it says it's too large because of all this extra stuff. Anyway, now you can see how this is going to cut. It's going to be a print and cut. It's going to print all of this and then cut around the outside edge of this. So I guess that's pretty much all I need to show you today. Let's see. Oh, I see why it is not. It accidentally grabbed these things too. So I want to unflatten that because I certainly don't want these grabbed in with what I was trying to flatten. Now I'm going to move this over. And now I'm going to flatten it. Okay, when I go to make it, it's going to fit on the mat now. Okay, there it is. Perfect. Okay, what I've decided to do is to upload a picture of Daisy and show you how you can actually put a photo in these things. So I'm browsing for the file. First I came to upload an image, then I went, well, let me start again. I went to upload an image, browse, and here are the two pictures of her. Open. And complex, continue, and I guess I'll save her like this as a print and cut because otherwise it'll just be a rectangle. So say this is Daisy. She's our golden doodle. The other dog that we have is a rescue dog. That's Abby. Okay, there she is. And let me just upload the other one really quickly also. Browse. So it's this one. Open. And complex. Continue. And save. Okay, so once these are up, I'll show you what we can do with these to make stickers or... I mean, really, truly, you can do this for an iron-on vinyl on a t-shirt if you were making big things. This is a small thing that I'm making though, so it wouldn't look good on a t-shirt. Could make like a little button or something. Anyway, come on. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to choose both of these and I'm going to insert them. They're probably going to come in really big. And you know Cricut's working because you see this green bar going across here. It's working, working, working. Here it comes. You can tell it's starting to come in because something's happening over here on the right-hand side as well. Two of them. Oh, there she is. Big. All right, so now I need to really come down here and zoom out because that's way too big. And there she is, and there she is. All right, so I'm going to make her really small to fit on this. And let's see, if I make this larger, maybe I can change this a little bit. Okay, and then maybe I'd like to put a little text right here. So I can put Daisy again. And I can adjust the size of it. I could do each letter individually, like see where it says advance and ungroup to letters. I could do that if I wanted to, and then I could bring the D over here all by itself. And hopefully it's not going to be too big. And then the A, I think it's going to be too big. Okay, it's okay, but I'm going to move the Y over, the I over. And maybe I want to align, what would it be? Horizontally? Yeah. Okay, that's good. Now I need to make it smaller, remember, because it wouldn't fit, so I'm going to do that. And then I can just go back up here and group it before I mess it up. And then just drag it over here and put it on there. Okay, that's kind of cute. But I want the lettering, the wording to be a little closer over to her. Okay, there. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight these things, and I have to come down to the bottom and flatten again. And it's going to be really cute because when I go to make it, you'll see how cute this can be as a sticker or a whatever. Okay, it's too large because I have something else on there, but look at that. Isn't that cute? Now, if I wanted to, remember, I could have had that black outline around this white piece too, because maybe I think that would just add a little something to it. So let me do that right now for you. So if I do this, click on this, and let's see, it's here. I need to... Well, for some reason, I must have gotten rid of the black one that went with this. But you know what? I can make one really easily. I can duplicate this. And the duplicated one I will make black. And then I'll make the duplicated one. I'll just drag it out just a little bit. And I'll bring the white one on top. Oh, I need to move the white one to the front now. See how it's behind the black one? So I need to move. And maybe you'll see it better if I change my canvas color. All right, see how the white one is behind the black? I need to click on the white one to highlight it, right click on it, and say move forward or send to front. So then it's going to be in the front. And when I have these two little guys together, I can highlight both of them, come up here to align, and center. And then before I mess them up, I'm going to highlight both of them again and group them. And actually, I think right now I will bring over the text of Daisy. And now I'm going to send this to the back so that I can bring this one on front. Here's Daisy. And then I'll bring her little picture over. And I actually could have put a little border around her little picture too if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. Cute! I'm going to highlight all of this and group it. And then I'm going to bring it all over here. A lot of steps, right? And one more time, I'm going to click this and this. And I'm going to come down to flatten. And I'm going to go to make it. And I'm not sure why it says one thing is too large. And I'm not exactly sure what's going on right now, so I'd have to troubleshoot this. But anyway, the point is you get the idea of how to use patterns. Make it. Still says it's too large, so something's weird. All right, well, let me just show you this. I'm going to come back down to New, and I'm going to replace whatever was on there. And what I want to show you was this. Let's just bring in a box. And I'm going to change this box to a print and cut. And I'm going to grab a pattern. And the other cute pattern that I pulled in right before I did this one was this puppy paw print, which I thought was really cute. Okay, there's that. Now let's say I want to put a white thing in here, but before I do that, I want to edit this and maybe make my puppy feet a little tinier. So I'm going to make them just a little bit tinier. Okay, I like that. All right, now let's say I want to put a white box in here. So I come back again to Shapes, get a white box. Change it to white over here. And then I'm going to make it smaller because I want it to fit in here. All right, and then I'm going to flatten all of that. Okay, and this doesn't look that bad, but this is kind of what I don't like. If I go to make it, it's going to look like this. I don't know. I like a little bit more of a delineation, if that's the word, between, so there's a frame or a border around the inner thing. So I would cancel this. And since I just brought in a square, I'd have to do it a little bit differently. I'd have to make one more square, one more shape, and I have to get this and unflatten it. I might be going way too fast for some of you, and you're thinking, whoa, stop. Sorry about that. Maybe I want to have that thing be pretty blue, bright blue. So then what I can do is I can take this one and put it on top of this one, and then make this one smaller just so it goes around it a bit. So it's like just a little bit of a frame. And then I can grab both of these and bring, whoopee, I better group these. And then I can bring them both over here to see how that'll work. And I made that border too big, so I think I would ungroup it. And I would make the blue smaller. I don't like it that big. Maybe like that. That's a little better. And then I can do this and align it since it's not in that little template that I made. And then if I go to make it, you'll just see the little bit of a difference. It, oh, what did I forget? Do you know? I forgot to flatten it. And now when I go to make it, that's what it will look like. It's going to cut around here, and you would see then a little bit better what's inside of here, whether I put text or another image or something like that. If you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.